Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something we've all done. You've got a big project, a deadline is looming, and you know you should start. But instead, you find yourself organizing your bookshelf, watching just one more episode, or suddenly deciding it's the perfect time to learn how to bake sourdough bread from scratch. Sound familiar? That, my friends, is the siren song of procrastination. And today, we're going to dive deep into the psychology behind why we put things off, and more importantly, what we can do about it. First things first, let's bust a huge myth. Procrastination is not about being lazy. If you were truly lazy, you wouldn't feel the gnawing guilt and anxiety that comes with avoiding a task. Laziness is apathy. Procrastination is an active process. You're choosing to do something else, even though you know you should be doing the thing you're avoiding. So if it's not laziness, what is it? Well, psychologists often point to a battle happening inside our brains. It's a showdown between the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex. The limbic system is the older, more primal part of our brain. It's our emotional core, operating on the pleasure principle. It wants immediate gratification. It sees a difficult or boring task and says, "Nope, let's do something fun instead. Let's get that instant dopamine hit from scrolling through social media." Then you have the prefrontal cortex. This is the more evolved, rational part of your brain, the CEO that handles planning, decision-making, and future thinking. It's the voice that says, "Hey, that report is due Friday. We should probably get started to avoid a last-minute panic." The problem is, when we're stressed or faced with something we find unpleasant, the limbic system often screams louder and wins the battle, at least for a little while. We give into what feels good right now, and we push the task off. This is what researchers call present bias. We prioritize our present self as comfort over our future self as well-being. So, why do certain tasks trigger this internal conflict? The reasons are surprisingly emotional. It's not just about the task itself, but how the task makes us feel. Fear of failure is a massive one. We think, what if I try my best and it's still not good enough? The pressure to be perfect can be so paralyzing that it feels safer not to start at all. If you don't start, you can't fail, right? This perfectionism creates an all-or-nothing mindset where any outcome short of flawless is seen as a catastrophe. Another big trigger is the nature of the task itself. Is it boring, frustrating, or unstructured? Our brains are wired to avoid discomfort. If a task is ambiguous and you don't have a clear starting point, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Where do you even begin? That uncertainty is uncomfortable, so our brain's natural response is to retreat to something simple and predictable, like clearing out our email inbox for the 10th time. Think about it this way. Procrastination is essentially a form of emotional regulation. It's a coping mechanism. When you face a task that stirs up negative emotions like anxiety, self-doubt, or just plain boredom, procrastinating provides temporary relief. Pushing the task away makes the negative feeling go away for a moment. The key word there is temporary, because what happens next? The deadline gets closer, the pressure mounts, and the anxiety comes back even stronger. Now mixed with a healthy dose of guilt and self-blame. It's a vicious cycle. You feel bad, so you procrastinate, which makes you feel even worse. This emotional aspect is why simple time management advice like "just do it" often falls flat. It's like telling someone with anxiety to just calm down. It ignores the underlying emotional driver. You can have the most detailed schedule and the fanciest to-do list ABP, but if you don't address the feelings causing you to avoid the work, you will still find a way to procrastinate. Okay, so we're not lazy. We're just trying to avoid feeling bad. That's a bit of a relief, isn't it? But it doesn't solve the problem. How do we break this cycle and actually get things done? The answer lies in working with our brain, not against it. Let's start with managing those emotions. The first step is self-compassion. Instead of beating yourself up for procrastinating, acknowledge that you're doing it because you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Forgiving yourself for past procrastination can actually make you less likely to do it in the future, because it reduces the guilt that fuels the avoidance cycle. Next, try to reframe the task. Instead of focusing on the scary, overwhelming final product, just focus on the very next step. You don't have to write a 100-word essay. You just have to write the first sentence, or even just open the document and type your name. This is often called the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. For bigger tasks, commit to working on it for just 2 minutes. The magic here is that starting is the hardest part. Once you've begun, inertia often takes over, and you'll find it much easier to keep going. Another powerful strategy is to make the rewards more immediate. Remember our limbic system? It wants instant gratification. So, give it some. This is called temptation bundling. Pair something you need to do with something you want to do. For example, you can only watch your favorite show while you're on the treadmill, or you can only listen to that new podcast while you're doing the dishes. You're giving your brain the dopamine hit its CIVs, but you're tying it to a productive activity. Let's also tackle the task itself. If a project feels huge and vague, break it down into tiny, concrete, manageable steps. Instead of putting planned vacation on your to-do list, which is overwhelming, break it down. Research flights to Spain for 15 minutes, list 3 potential hotels, ask friends for restaurant recommendations. Each of these is a small, achievable task that you can check off, giving you a sense of accomplishment and momentum. Creating a done list instead of a to-do list can also be incredibly motivating. At the end of the day, write down everything you accomplished, no matter how small. This shifts your focus from what you haven't done to what you have, which builds confidence and a sense of productivity. Environment design is another key. Make it easy to do the right thing and hard to do the wrong thing. If you get distracted by your phone, put it in another room while you work. Use apps to block distracting websites for a set period. On the flip side, make your desired task as frictionless as possible. If you want to go for a run in the morning, lay out your running clothes the night before. Remove the barriers to starting. And finally, let's talk about our future self. We often treat our future self like a stranger, someone who will magically have more time, energy, and motivation than we do right now. But that's a fantasy. To bridge this gap, try to connect with your future self. Write a letter to them, or just take a moment to vividly imagine them. How will they feel if you finish this task now? They'll likely feel relieved, proud, and free from stress. Conversely, how will they feel if you push it off? Stressed, panicked, and resentful of your present self. Making that connection can provide a powerful dose of motivation to act now for their benefit, which is really your benefit. Remember, the goal isn't to become a perfect, non-procrastinating robot. Everyone puts things off sometimes. The goal is to understand why you are doing it and to have a toolkit of strategies to help you get unstuck. It's about being more intentional with your time and energy. It's about managing your feelings so they don't manage you. So, the next time you find yourself alphabetizing your spice rack instead of writing that report, take a deep breath. Don't beat yourself up. Ask yourself, what feeling am I trying to avoid right now? Acknowledge it. Then pick one small strategy. Just one. Break the task down. Commit to 2 minutes. Bundle it with a temptation. Forgive yourself and just begin. You lines be amazed at how a tiny step forward can break the spell of procrastination and get you moving in the right direction. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gives you some new insights into your own habits. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your go-to procrastination activity? Let's share and have a laugh about it. See you in the next one.